So here we have 2 pounds of pitted cherries, and we're going to add 2/3 of a cup of sugar, just like that. And then a little lemon juice, about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And I'm going to have you stir that around.
Okay, would love to.
You stir that around. And a little bit of lemon zest. That's the zest of 1 lemon. All right, so now you've got to cook that. So why don't you put that on the back stove, and over medium heat, you want to let that cook. It's going to take about 20-25 minutes, depending on the cherries you have, until it's thick. So you have to start with a 1/2 cup of warm water.
Okay.
And we need some warm milk.
Warm milk.
1/2 cup each, okay? Warm milk and warm water. So now we need yeast.
Yeast, okay.
Here you go. So this is for you because we're going to let you do this. So for this, we're going to need a teaspoon of yeast, 1 teaspoon of dried yeast. You sprinkle that in there. And you want to make sure that the water and the milk is warm, not hot, because if it's hot, you're going to kill the yeast. Okay?
Oh, I can already see it's starting to...
Yeah, starting to bubble up a little bit.
This is a science experiment right here.
This is a science experiment. So then with it, we're going to need an egg, 1 whole egg.
Oh, and I can smell it too.
Good, Erica.
Yes.
This is good. Okay. And we need sugar.
Okay, put the sugar in.
Put the sugar in.
Okay.
Because yeast just loves to feed on that. So now we need a spoon to mix that. Mix that around.
All right.
Get that all mixed in.
Now this is getting even more fragrant smell here. It's really...
Now, but you're not done.
Oh,
now
not done.
You need butter.
Okay.
So here we have 4 tablespoons of softened butter. Whisk that all in.
Keep whisking.
Keep whisking. Here we have about 4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour.
Okay.
So now this is where...
This is the hardest part of cooking right here.
Yeah, okay.
You did it much faster than me.
Yeah, all right, now keep it in the bowl. So, all right, so now scrape off this.
Okay. Thank you.
I want to make sure that that's all in there. Okay. All right, see? That butter could have been a little softer, but don't worry. This is going to be a great dough.
Okay, great.
All right, so now start adding the flour.
Start adding the flour.
Remember what I told you. Yep, keep going. When do we add the salt?
We don't add the salt until later, after it's partially mixed in.
And why is that?
Because of the yeast is going to make it harder with the salt, right?
I don't know why I'm here. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Stop.
On the spoon here.
Now it's getting hard on the spoon, which means...
Tell me when I need to use my hands.
Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, so I would say just a little bit more. And then we're going to take that out on the board.
Okay. I have to come in with the cleanup crew after this.
Okay, so now it's just exactly where we want it, because you see how it's starting to hold together?
Yes. I mean, you really are a pro. You can tell that you know what you're doing.
Once it's like that, you know it's good. You don't have to do anything else. So we're going to do this on a rectangular pan like this. And I usually use parchment paper.
Okay.
So what I do is I put a little bit of water on the pan.
Yep.
Like that. Then I stick the parchment paper on it. So now it's not going to go anywhere, okay? It's going to stay there. So sometimes, you know, if you're doing any kind of baking, like cookies and stuff, you're trying to put it on the parchment paper, it's slipping everywhere. Put a little water underneath. Yeah, so it's even. Yeah, okay.
So it's even.
You know, so it's even thickness.
Even thickness, okay.
And that's looking pretty good. So now you can finish forming it on this pan.
Okay.
All right, so you want to lift it up.
Yeah.
Kind of stretch it a little bit. Bring the pan over.
Ready?
Yeah.
There we go.
Flop. Okay, now you want to spread that out in the pan.
Okay.
Spread that out in the pan nicely. It doesn't have to be all the way to the edge, but you see by putting the water underneath that, the paper stayed where it should be, right?
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Versus it getting all... Wow, look at how beautiful those look now.
I'm telling you, this is absolutely delicious.
I would eat this without being cooked. This looks awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that, I suppose, but...
Wouldn't recommend it.
So you want to put a thick... So now we have, that's plenty. We filled in all the holes. And now we just add, we can add some of these now, and then we're going to add some later.
Okay.
When we do the topping, when we do the glaze. So we put a few here.
Okay, great.
Your oven is on at 425. This is going to bake for about 25, 30 minutes. When you see that it's nicely browned on the edges, it's done. Then you want to take it out, and that's when we're going to put the glaze on. So when you want to put it in the oven?
I would love to.
Okay.